Hello, Aramaic Wisdom Keeper Dale Allen Hoffman here, making some more videos with our newest member of our family, PYRADYM. There's other videos out there that explain a bit more about what PYRADYM is, though essentially this is a vibrational bioresonance device, sort of in the style of what Tesla was working on that had unfortunately burned up in a lab fire a little before he died, and he had talked about getting back to doing that again. Little bit of a disclaimer, like with all my PYRADYM videos, which is that you want to be careful listening to this in a car. Any of our full-blown PYRADYM meditations, I would say don't listen to in a car. But even this, I want to say also that it's not like being in the room with PYRADYM, because you're getting it either through a tiny little speaker on your phone or through your earbuds. It's not even like if you were to play this video through a huge sound system with surround sound, you're still not getting the live PYRADYM experience, because the live PYRADYM experience includes the 10-inch transducer inside this device, tactile vibration, the 15-inch subwoofer with several 100-watt power amp, and the relationship between two different vibrations, one coming out here, one coming out in the obelisk, the bottom, the subwoofer. So it's unlike, there's no recording, there's no video that'll ever give you the experience of being in the room with this beautiful baby. But today I wanted to introduce you to a particular chakra, a particular tone. Pop her up here. Throat chakra. Let me give you a standing wave there. There it is. Ooh. Put in a second tone. Let me bring the volume down a little. Ooh. So we've got the root and the octave. So what does that mean? This is the throat chakra. What that means is that according to Eastern science, the particular exact frequency down to, I believe it's the thousandths of a hertz, this is the center point frequency of that basically that nested frequency pattern. This particular tone is the one tone, the throat chakra tone, just happens to be the tone that lights up the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid at Giza. And although this is in the other videos, the electronics in PYRADYM are in the exact, several of the electronic boards are in the exact same position as the known chambers in the Great Pyramid at Giza. But this particular tone, though, it's the resonant frequency of the king's chamber. What exactly does that mean? That means that resonance, as an example, and maybe I could have figured something out in this room, I could have shaken, but I still don't think you would really hear that in the video. I do events all over the world with PYRADYM, and I could be in a particular room and I hit a particular frequency, some modulation. Modulation is the influence of one thing on something else. That can be one tone on something else. That can be wind affecting your car on the road and the wind pushes it sideways. That's called modulation, okay? I could be having a particular tone coming through PYRADYM in a particular room or center, and all of a sudden, as an example, the light starts shaking, or the chandelier starts shaking, or some kind of picture on the wall starts shaking. Well, that's resonance. Resonance is, you could think empathetic or sympathetic vibrations on a piano. That if you play an A, that you're going to get not only octaves above and below that, but you're going to get little sub and super harmonics along with it. The resonant frequency of the king's chamber means that this particular tone here is the vibrational frequency that lights the room up. Some say that it sparks, different kinds of insights about that. But one of the things we do know, not only from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, even though there's no such thing as an Egyptian Book of the Dead, it's really a conglomeration of different written and even artistic sources from different places that was all pulled together into what we call the Book of the Dead. We do know that the Ra sound, of course I've got my dragon necklace, but I always have some form for many years now of a necklace with Ra, the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Ra, etc., all-seeing eye. It's all over my work for the past 10 years or so. This represents the Ra. Now, of course, Egyptians loved cutting heads. They love cutting bodies. And if you actually take the human skull and slice it exactly in half, right down the middle, you'll actually see in the brain gland system, hippocampus, the amygdala, pineal gland, etc., pineal right in the center, you'll see that figure right there. One of the things we do know is that they made that tone, that Ra sound, speaking of wind, here up in New Jersey, and there's quite a wind thing going on, my birth state of New Jersey. They made that Ra sound in conjunction with this particular frequency. Well, that's something that's really intriguing to me. They would draw the Ra up the Jed, or the central pillar. The central pillar, is essentially the chakra system, mistranslated as demons in the Aramaic. It's another video entirely that's all over my work as well about what those demons actually meant. But what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little exercise here with toning Ra to this particular frequency. Okay? And I've got a root sound and an octave. I'm not plugging PYRADYM directly into my audio recorder. The reason for that is it's a strong tone. And it tends to overpower any other channel, no matter how high-end of a multi-track machine it is. What I'm doing is I'm just allowing the ambient sound of this unit to be picked up by my microphone. The reason for that is I'm getting the tone of the wood. I'm getting the relationship. On lower notes, this obelisk literally breathes. I can feel it breathing on my feet, which is nice. So first, let's get ourselves centered. We're going to tone Ra to this tone. It's either or Ra. Okay, so let's start with the lower one. Beautiful presence. Just feel that tone. Spend some time feeling it. Beautiful breath of air. Early in the morning, so my voice is wobbling. It's okay if yours is too. Doing that in the lower octave. Let's go in the higher octave. Okay. Just allow yourself to feel it. I'm going to turn the tone, the volume down if I hit the right knob here. Now, Ra, that not only does it represent the glands in the brain, Ra would be this direct light that's coming in. The lighting in this room may not be perfect for a video because of the light, but it's actually one of the reasons I love it. Of course, is John of God crystal bed behind me. But that direct light of the sun in the ancient times was called Ra. Its reflection, in the language of Jesus in Aramaic, its reflection was called Nu Ra. That would be the equivalent of moonlight. What's unique about moonlight versus sunlight? Moonlight is a reflection of sunlight. Ra was that direct light of the eternal, of God, the only begotten, the pure, the undivided. And its reflection, of course, is what Nura is. When Yeshua would speak of human light, that was the word Nuhra, Ninhar. Nor kun kedembrinasha. Nor kun, nor means light. Kun means your light. Nor hun would mean all of your light. So when he says Ninhar nor kun, he's saying that to one person. Ninhar nor hun, he's saying it to a group of people. Little side note. But that direct light. So, of course, if the light of the moon is the light of the sun, that means the light of humans. Human light, human consciousness is the light of God. It's really powerful. So let's tone that one more time. Not necessarily having an obsession with what I just said, but allowing that awareness to be open. Okay? Let's do one in the lower octave, one in the higher octave, then back to the vibration itself, okay? And silence on our part. Thank you for your presence. Love one another as I have loved you. Amen. And so it is.